Did a nice job today handling business. Thought that it was really good first half. Very good, mature approach to this game. I thought Kylan set the tone. I thought he was fantastic at both ends of the court. I really challenged him. After our last bye game, I thought he was pretty laissez-faire, to be honest. But he set the tone today. I thought our defense was very, very good in the first half, not very good in the second. This is where we've got to continue to grow as a team, because we can't let immaturity settle in. You got to continue to want to play the game the right way, and no matter what the lead is, no matter who the opponent is. But I thought we played with great pace in the first half. I thought we got the ball where we wanted. Obviously, the field goal percentage is what we thought it would be, or hoped it would be. But getting the ball downhill to the rim, we obviously have multiple guys who can do that against a team that has been very good. Forcing a lot of turnovers, blocking a lot of shots, and I thought we were able to put them in some harm's way by driving the ball and getting the ball in the paint. But great win. The next one's the important one. I've had it marked on my calendar since it came out. UTRGV is good. They've got a very, very good player. They play really hard. They're very well coached. And I do understand what's after it. I've had this one marked because this is an NCAA tournament-like setup where you've got a quick turn. It's a quality opponent, and so this team that went into Madison last year and played the heck out of them. They've got a young man on their team that's a teammate of Mihilo that has been putting up huge numbers. Is very good. So they have our full attention, and I'm very curious to the quick turn and the approach that we take. We have to become pretty mature in how we handle that.
Brad, last week after the Colgate game, you talked a little bit about human nature, that it's human nature to have some emotional letdowns after an emotional kind of game like it was with Texas Tech. Similar situation this week after the Alabama game. How do you assess it? You did mention that.
I think that we try to. I'm always brutally honest with these guys. So even before the Bama game, I told them what this week looked like and what I was expecting, and they knew I was not very happy after the Colgate game. And again, Colgate's a terrific basketball team, so it's not. But I didn't like that approach. Going into the game, I thought it was much better today. Now we'll find out if we're sitting up here on Monday after that one and how we feel, because like I said, I've told our team what's coming. I felt like we were would be okay in this one, but what we've got on Monday is a little different. So we'll see what our approach is, and we got to continue to get better as we keep mending guys through into the lineup and what that looks like. But we'll see. But yeah, I thought our approach was better. I thought Kylan deserved, and to be honest, Tommy, a lot of the credit for that.
Right, you guys continue to score well on offense despite putting new pieces in there. But is the bigger challenge working them in defensively, communication? What's that challenge like?
It's all of that. I thought Z was fantastic today. I thought, the biggest difference was we came out the start of the second half. We talked about that a lot after the Alabama game, because we lost that game at the end of the first half and the start of the second with mistakes. We started the second half great, and then I went to our bench and we were in the toilet. That can't happen. Both of those things were caused by bad offense, or most of those things were caused by bad offense. And then, we give up 7 threes in the second half on just horrific closeouts and mental breakdowns and scouting report, and that's stuff we can't do and shouldn't be doing. We didn't have any problem in the first half. So we can't let the score dictate how we play, and that's where I've got to get this group to grow up and understand. So both of them are, I thought we did some really good things. Some of the new guys did great. Tommy had his best stint without any question, and he's just trying to get timing back and conditioning.
Coach, we got to see all three of the point guards playing together. Just want to get your thoughts on just how that look went.
Probably won't see that much, I wouldn't think. Unless it's a, no, I shouldn't say that. Every game's different. Every game's dictated by, some chess moves. But something we wanted to look at. They had gone really small at the time, it's also takes away a little bit of our advantage when we have, Andre or Ben out, and we're, positional size, and you saw Dre get going in the second half with, finally grabbing a rebound and going coast to coast. I told him, I said, you need to understand how good that was to watch, and hopefully it made you feel good, so you'll do it over and over. But it was, it's reminded me of Io and Terrence doing some of that stuff.
Coach, when was the last time you had the inbounds play with nobody to throw the ball to, and how symbolic is that of guys not knowing their roles or not knowing their teammates very well still?
Probably been a while. You get put 3 point guards in the game, and they all want to receive it. They don't want to, in our system, in all fairness, they don't take the ball out. But it's just the little chaotic thing that happens with, tell guys to do their job, but we probably have never practiced that lineup, to be very honest.
Brad, to have a 68-24 advantage in the paint, just what led to that success, and maybe coming off of the Alabama game, seeing that reflected, a bounce back performance there?
Yeah, there's so many ways to score in the paint, whether it's post-ups, drives, whatever. I think the one thing that we felt very comfortable in doing in this game was being able to attack them off the bounce. We're getting a little more reminiscent maybe of our Elite 8 team 2 years ago, with less ball screens and a little more booty ball and spacing the floor and cutting. This team, I think, can be an elite cutting team. Kevin got some great cuts, Tommy. But I thought we did some nice things there, and again, we're a team that just took advantage of what they gave us.
Brandon Lee made his debut. Just want to use your thoughts just on his play today.
Outstanding. For him, it's when you've got a high ankle sprain, he's been in practice a few days. He's still not 100%, but again, a guy that's similar to Kylan in terms of physical, downhill driver, great body. He's got a chance, I think, to be an outstanding defender. He gives us toughness and grit. He wanted to guard certain players for them. He's got that mentality. He doesn't shy away from that. So, for him, he'll just continue to improve as his practice reps go up and his conditioning gets better.
Tristan in mid-time.
And Brad, another one on Brandon, like that defensive stopper, kind of having another one of Kylan in a sense, like how impactful is that for your defense and how, both of them can play?
Yeah, and come hell or high water, I'm going to make Andre Stojkovic one of those too, because he's got the ability to do that, and it's the growth of our team will be enhanced greatly when we find that. Keaton is a down low really good defender. He's always in the right position. He's never out of position. But Brandon gives us that guy who can eat up the ball and grind it out and get over screens and just be nasty and he's just a freshman. He's learning, but he's got that mentality.
Right, with Mihajlo today in his minutes, it seemed like he was on the floor a lot. I mean, is his timing conditioning, or is he kind of a pinball when he is playing? That's kind of his normal.
I don't know. I have to look. I don't know. I have to look. He's usually not that way. I think that again he's still figuring out timing. I think, you know, both ends. I think the hardest thing for him is, you know, is the communication piece on the other end, hearing ball screens, understanding calls. You know, he's still very new into what we're doing practice-wise in terms of, you know, he's still got some of his European club stuff where he wants the ball in his hands a lot. We don't. We need him to move it, drive it, but he's getting there.
How, you've had these guys in practice, you know, a couple weeks ago we said you really haven't seen them all in practice. Now you've seen them all in practice. Where do you think you're at as a group now?
60% maybe, because we're still just raw. It's guys aren't in their elite condition yet. I mean, it's almost playing into form, and that's kind of where we're at. I mean, you know, and now you got back to back, so you got quick turns, and you know, you're not. We need practice. We need to just. You know, I told the guys on the bench during the second half, I said I would love to have just a 3-hour practice tomorrow and just you know, hammer home some of the things we didn't do very well, and you know, that's the reinforcement piece. Unfortunately, you know, probably not doing that tomorrow.
You've alluded to a couple times wanting to get more from Andre beyond just his scoring. Like, what is the back and forth like between you guys, and what do you hope that next level is for him?
Saw how quick he got subbed out. That's back and forth. There's not much back and forth. You either do it or you're just gonna come. I don't know, what do you have at half? How many points do you have at half? 2? Yeah. You know how many rebounds he had at half? 0. So there's a direct correlation between him doing all the other things and getting invested in those things, and being on the court long enough to actually score 18 and a half. I know he can do that. It's all we keep demanding from him. He can be an outstanding, elite player when those other things, because he can go do them all. He just has to want to go do them all. And it's my job to make him want to go do them all. Thank you.